5-minute radio spot from one and only John Benda.
I have the microphone, please. The microphone. I don't know how many times I saw you do this last time, but it is basically a radio show, and what I like to say is steal from Shakespeare, is let me on your imaginary forces work. If I speak of horses, see them. So now I think, since we're on to October, I'd like something to do with, this is going to be a radio show, it's going to get really dark in here. Imagine what you will, and I'm thinking what I asked for is going to be something to do with horror, Halloween, or something. Anything like that out there?
Jack-o'-lantern.
Fangs. Leaves.
Blood.
What was that last one?
Blood.
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 Blood it's going to be.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Blood. As you will remember last time, our hero, Vladimir, was doing battle with his arch rival, Zachariah. The battle continues. Down, Zachariah, down! I have the power! You will suffer terribly at the fate of my hands! Nothing will make me surrender to you. I'm a hero! I'm a hero! It's what you've always said to me. But I have the powers. Now I shall control you through the power of my mind alone. Master. At last, I knew that if I could get you into the chamber of terror, you would be mine, and mine alone. His girlfriend arrives by motorcycle. She is the one I really want. Her innocent blood will quench my thirst. My power will grow beyond your wildest imagining. Oh! Zachariah, are you here? Why, yes, my darling. I have defeated Vladimir. You have? I always knew you would. I always knew. Come in, my darling. Come in, my darling Sheila. You seem strange and using the word darling a lot. Don't worry. All will be well. Just come in. Ladies and gentlemen, will she be foolish enough to go in? But before we go on, let's have a word from our sponsor, Guzzler's Gin. Have you had a bad day at the office? Do you desire blood but know it'll get you into trouble? Sit down with a nice big glass of Guzzler's Gin. Remember, it's a smooth drink, and we're not responsible for neurological damage. Now, back to our story. Well, of course I'll come in to the Palace of Death. It's so inviting. Oh, it's not as bad as I thought. Thou art a foolish child to come within the boundaries of my chamber. Now I shall take control of your mind as well. Come to me. Come to me. Let me drink of your blood. You shall drink of my blood. I shall drink of your blood. You shall drink of my blood. I will drink of your blood. You will drink of my blood. Suddenly, the world got darker than it was before. It wasn't just dark. It was as if the whole world was sucked into blackness. As Vladimir's power grew, he reached for the girl and drank of her blood. His power grew stronger. Suddenly, Zack was upon Vladimir with all his strength, and the battle ensued. He was no match for the vampire. Strength, power, all was within and fire and doom. Vladimir, though, was confused, very confused. He did not know how he could have broken the spell. It turns that Zack was always wearing a cross around his neck. The point of the cross, the bottom sharpened to a razor's edge, and drove it into Vladimir's back. The scream of the vampire was beyond imagining, a horrible, deep, and terrible scream that an imitation made for you would fall so flat that human ears were driven to madness. Dogs screamed. People were fearful for miles around. But the moment of true terror was when Zack realized he had missed the heart by less than an inch. And Vladimir turned himself into a bat, and the cross fell to the ground below. And they heard a voice, not with their ears, not with their ears, but in their souls. And it was Vladimir's voice, and it said, I will return. Your blood is too sweet for mortal man. And that was the story of Vladimir and Zachary. Come in next week and hear the rest of the terrible tales of the Theater of Blood.
Let's have a big hand for John Benda.